We're not against rap. We're not against rappers. But we are against those.
Something big about to happen. I hear the beat tapping. We some fly rhyming felines rapping on the track. Better yet, grab a gat, cause we hot like Enzo. Doors closed, windows up, cause that's the way we like to ride. Windy City hitting. Check mic 1 2 1 2. We live, baby. Yo, what's up, Chicago, and welcome back to episode 551 of Speak Your Mind Radio. I am your hostess with the mostest, Queen Star, aka MzHipHop. And today, I want to thank you for tuning in. Thank you so much. And also thank all the listeners and the watchers that tune in each and every week as I interview the hottest MCs in the underground world of hip-hop. Follow me now on my IG page, MVPV44, for all future updates on live interviews. And don't forget to follow me on Speak Your Mind Radio YouTube. Okay, y'all. In today's program, we will be discussing the standout tracks of Lil Wayne's The Carter 6. But first, follow me on Spotify. Now, there has been lots of talk surrounding The Carter 6 by Lil Wayne. The highly anticipating album has his fans in a frenzy. The Carter 6 released June 6, 2025, and it's a 19-track project which features artists like Bono, Jelly Roll, 2 Chainz, Kodak Black, Machine Gun Kelly, Big Sean, and Wyclef Jean. The Carter 6 so far has been a thrill ride for my mind, okay? And just let me go ahead and, get into it and tell you guys why. As you know, Lil Wayne belongs on the top of the list of history's greatest, most influential rappers and creatives of all time. The iconic project includes not only the hip-hop genre, but offers country, rock, and opera. Additionally, Wayne has added his sons, Lil Novi and Cameron Carter, on the Carter 6. This is Wayne's first solo album in 5 years since his project Funeral in 2020, and 7 years since the Carter 5 released. And it took 2 years for Wayne to record the 6th installment of the Carter album series. That's a long time, but let me tell you, it was worth it. But did you know that Manny Fresh and Kanye West were some of the main producers of the Carters and has over 50 featured guests across the 6 albums? So you knew the project was going to be straight fire, basically. Now, I'm not gonna lie, y'all. Everyone didn't like the album, The Carter 6, but if you're like me, you don't get swayed by others easily. So I took the liberty of listening to all 19 tracks myself, and here's my take on it. Okay, now The Carter 6 reminded me of the first time I ever listened to Lil Wayne. The first time I heard him in the early 2000s is when, around the time when he first came out, and his flow was different then, and I was fucking with his bars. But what stood out about Wayne to me was his skills to be diverse. Every single time I would turn on the radio, I'd hear him on every one single that, they had out at the time, whether it was hip-hop or a pop song, Wayne never stopped going. He never stopped collaborating with other artists. And I watched him grow from that point. So without further ado, let's talk about the standout tracks of my choosing on the Carter 6. Now, y'all, I think I'll go in order from the intro to the end of the project, okay? The first song I want to discuss is Welcome to the Carter. The sound of the chorus sounded a bit AI to me. How can I break this down? It sounded like the chorus was written by Lil Wayne, and On the credits, it says the singer is Wayne and Angel Appoint, and it's credited to the hook. Although the hook is in like a 60s version of a woman's voice, you know, so I don't understand that, because Angel Point is a prominent producer and engineer in the music world. So this perplexed the hell out of me. This was my very first impression of Welcome to the Carter. However, I like the tone of Welcome to the Carter. You know, I like how Lil Wayne expressed himself on it, you know. He expressed his lyrical dominance and his creative evolution as an artist, like what he says on the track. On shrooms, I'm nothing but a fantasizer. The DMT got me thinking like an analyzer. Smoking on pure L, no sanitizer. Two powerful drugs that make the rhymes more creative, in my opinion. Another thing I liked about the song Welcome to the Carter was the sample Wayne used. It was a 1997 Diddy's Victory. You know, like the song Victory when he go, yo, the sun don't shine forever, but as long as we here, we might as well shine together. But Wayne didn't say that. He said, hey, yo, my sun's gonna shine forever. As long as we here, you might as well get your clouds together. Pray for cloudy weather, world peace, shout out to Meta and its beef. I turn the whole cow to leather. Come on now. I think in this line, he's saying he ain't going nowhere, and you can pray he falls, but he's the greatest of all time. He also gives love to Meta World Peace, the basketball player. So, the next song I want to talk about is Bells. Wayne was a barracuda on this track, spitting flows left and right. And of course, I like the 1995 LL Cool J Rock the Bells sample. My next song I want to talk about is Hip Hop, featuring both Big X the Plug and Jay Jones. Now, Big X the Plug drew me in from the jump. I'm not going to even play. He got this smooth, melodic, dominant flow on the hook, and I love it. I also loved Wayne's verse, like when he said, Carter 666, demon time, tick, tick, tick. Barrel to your temple like a pimple, nigga go zit, zit, zit. I just love the way he says it. You know, I love the way he mimics a silence shot sound, and the way he describes the gun being pressed to someone's temple like a pimple ready to burst. You know, just such a raw and controlled verse. I love it. Now the track switches flows effortlessly between verses, right? Speaking of switching flows, did you know that the Carter 6 makes Wayne's 14th solo studio album, and just in the first day of its release, he drew over 14.2 million streams on Spotify alone. Let's get this man his flowers today, y'all. Also, Lil Wayne is going on tour, which has already begun on June 6, 2025, New York City, and he will stop on October the 2nd, 2025 in West Palm Beach, Florida. Okay, back to the tracks on the Carter 6. Now, the hardest track for me on this project was Bandit from No. I love how Wayne rides the beat like sharp nails penetrating your brain, making you see straight. Stop it. I also enjoyed the sample used by Noriega's 1998 hit single Bandit from TV. Now, the entire beat is not sampled, just like it's just like the first few seconds, then throughout the song, you know. And the lyrics, for me, it was kind of like Wayne was shadowboxing each rhyme scheme. He came out the gate swinging, y'all. He goes, hey, yo, the cocaine whiter, the rope chain brighter, the coke chain tighter, the close range sniper, the dope game lifer, her throat game nicer, the probane lighter, money old like Biden. A little humor in that, right? Okay, another prominent track would be The Days, featuring U2 rock band lead singer Bono. The track served as the official NBA Finals promo theme song for the first day of the championship series. The Days featuring U2's Bono aired during the ESPN's coverage of Game 1 between the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Indiana Pacers on June 5th, the night before the Carter 6 dropped. Now, look, this track, I'm not gonna lie, The Days probably will be placed in lots of prominent movies on the soundtracks and sitcoms. Watch and see. Another highlight track for me was Cotton Candy featuring 2 Chainz. Yeah, Lil Wayne and 2 Chainz still cooking it up in 2025. Don't get it twisted, okay? This track is not this track is hot. This track is hot because, for one, I like the music. It's kind of like a trap beat mixed in with a 1969 song called Sugar Sugar by the Archies. Now, y'all know that song. It go, ah, sugar, sugar, dun, 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 dun. Oh, you're my candy girl. Yeah, that song, which was also a metaphor song of sugar to express love and affection. However, Cotton Candy featuring 2 Chainz is talking about that white girl and Coke. That's their metaphor for them that they use to express their weaknesses and addictions. hmm Um, okay, I know I'm just going through the songs or whatever, but this was a long album, y'all. Okay. The next song I want to speak about is Flex Up. Now, Flex Up is another great song about the wealth of Lil Wayne. You know, he's been rich since the millennium. He is taking a victory lap on this track, particularly, reflecting on all his achievements and highlighting his lifestyle as the rich and famous. Okay. Ooh, y'all, Island Holiday is my favorite track because it samples rock band Weezer's 2001 single Island in the Sun. And I love that rock song. Lil Wayne matches perfect over rock tracks, like especially this one. I think this track Lil Wayne is paying homage to the Weezer band because the hook is the same as their song. Fun fact, did you know that although Weezer Island in the Sun was a summer hit back in the early 2000s, it almost didn't make it to the Weezer album, but producer Rick Ozake fought for it, and glad he did because it was their biggest hit of all time. And without Lil Wayne's version, who would have ever thought this song would exist? You know what I'm saying? He just brought it back from my brain, very nostalgical, and I love it. Now, speaking of alternative rock, let's take a listen to another one of my favorite standout tracks on the Carter 6, If I Played My Guitar. I'm sorry, it's called If I Played Guitar. Now, I love this track because it reminds me of the hit song Hey There Delilah, stay with me, by the Plain White T's in 2005. The way Wayne raps over the guitar melody as if it's a remix. I absolutely fell in love with his style of rap on this track. So If I Played Guitar is about the idea of Wayne, the rapper, learning to play the guitar and using it as a metaphor for his past pain and relationships, comparing it to the way people play games like they play the guitar. It's a great song, you know. Another standout track that went hard for me was Peanuts to an Elephant. The beat was a big indication for me that the song was going to be fire. Wayne took the elephant out the room, addressing how he will eat up every other rapper like peanuts to an elephant, you know? And I love Wayne for the references of the famous cartoon Dumbo as a way of saying he'll go dumb and out rap anyone talking shit about him. That's what I got from it. Now, this song is going to blow you away. Y'all know that song on the Carter 5, Let It All Work Out. Some people, like in the comment section, was referring that song to the Carter 6, Maria. Now, Maria was another favorite of mine, featuring Wyclef Jean and Andrea Bocelli. This track was produced by Manny G and samples Franz Schubert's Ellen Stritzer Ginseng Ave Maria, an opera song, y'all. And it's absolutely beautiful. It's sung in soprano. You should go listen to it on YouTube or something. Now, in this song, Wayne talks about witnessing his father's abuse of his mother and a self-inflicted gunshot wound. So for those who say Wayne don't got a story to tell no more, this track is for you because it's powerful to me. Rari is another song that I really liked on the Carter 6. It's a collab with Lil Wayne's son, Cameron Carter, who's only 15 years old, singing the hook. Now, what I like about this song is it highlights the family connection in the music. I think he had Reginae Carter on the Carter 5 on a song called Famous. That was dope too. He's really bumped up the title of being one of the greatest rappers of all time. I also like the memorable beat on Rari and Wayne's character of riding through LA in a Rolls Royce, which is short for Rari. I just learned that today. Pause. Okay, I just love this album, y'all. It sounds like Lil Wayne isn't afraid to do him, which brings me to my next song, Being Myself. The track Being Myself sends a powerful message about Wayne standing 10 toes down on who he is. Never folding, never following trends. It's all about staying true to yourself. You know what I'm saying? He also speaks about AI and his confidence that no robot can replace his style or unique wordplay. And I believe that, The track Alone in the studio with my gun, featuring Machine Gun Kelly and Kodak Black, is smoking hot, y'all. Machine Gun Kelly delivers a sad, toned hook, but it matches the energy of the Unlikely Trio. Now, while Lil Wayne raps about having more guns on the wall than instruments, aka guitars, and a head full of beats more than his heart, and I think that's a beautiful metaphor how he translated that all together. You know what I'm saying? Especially amongst the three: Machine Gun Kelly, Kodak Black, and Wayne. Now, last but not least, y'all, I want to give light to the last track on the album, the Carter 6, Written History. The conclusion and the meats and the potatoes of the project, because it's the outro. Now, in this song, Wayne opens up with a speech from Muhammad Ali, which captures the tone of authority and legacy, followed by reaffirming his GOAT status in the music of hip-hop. Wayne honors the roots of his skills by delivering a metaphor about not enjoying the fruit without respecting the tree that bore it. Come on now, yes. Now, here's my conclusion on the Carter 6 in its entirety. Listen, the album stands out to me as a classic hip-hop record, pushing the genre boundaries from hip-hop to opera. Lil Wayne lyrics, production, and flow showcases excellent technique of his skills, okay, on each and every track, I promise you. The album, The Carter 6, is well crafted and ready for mass consumption. Plus, the listening experiences is priceless. Thank you, Wayne, for producing such heats for my brain and ears to consume. Long live the king of rap, Lil Wayne. 5-star mic drop. Encore, y'all. Encore. Thank you for all the listeners out there. And don't forget to follow me, MzHipHop, on Speak Your Mind Radio on YouTube, Spotify, and anywhere you get your podcast fix. That includes Pandora, Amazon Music, Apple Music, wherever. Speak Your Mind Radio is there. See y'all next week.